I downloaded a new mobile game. And I'm also starting to be a little bit tired of a couple of different mobile games, which is another thing that's been occupying my time the last couple of months. I cannot tell you how many days have begun with me waking up at 10 or 11 a.m., logging into my freaking mobile games to do my daily missions, and then spending the next 2 to 3 hours grinding events and story missions and all of these things, especially in a game that I started very recently called Nikke, Goddess of Victory, which I don't recommend anyone here download because it's the horniest game I've ever played. No exaggeration. The first and only ad that I ever saw for it highlighted the least realistic boobs physics I've ever seen in a game. Granted, you don't see boobs physics very often because that's a weird choice. It's a weird choice to put into a game. But when you do, they don't move like they do on the girls in Nikke. So I was like, this game's too horny. I'm not going to download it. And then a month or two rolls by, and I see that they're doing a collaboration with Nier Automata, which I've never played, but we've talked about playing before. And I was like, man, that's kind of cool. You know what? Fuck it. And I was very tired, and I was at my parents' house, and I was in bed, and I was like, fuck it, we'll download this game. It was a moment of weakness. And then I started playing it, and I was like, this gameplay's kind of fun. I'm not even looking at the girls' butts anymore, because the girls' butts are there. They are there to look at. And then you play a little bit longer, and you're like, this voice acting's not too bad. And then you play it for a little bit longer, and you're like, the story's pretty good too. And is that fucking Doom style fucking like post thrash metal I hear in the background of this booby game? And then I pulled the collaboration character on like the first summon, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm in this. And I gave myself a week. For this horny ass game. And it's been like 11 days. And I haven't gotten rid of it. So, I've spent too many mornings you know how it is when you start a new mobile game. It's like you got to grind to get some decent characters to put on your team to finally do events and story missions and do all of the welcome missions and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm just now getting to the end of that. I'm just now getting to the end of the welcome missions. I have a pretty good team that I feel good with. And I have to ask myself, okay, am I keeping this? Am I adding this to my ever-growing list of games and tasks that I have to do every day, lest I get ultimate FOMO and feel shitty for the rest of the day after I miss login missions? Because here's a running tally of all the games that I play, right? Dokkan, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, it's the OG. I don't think I'm ever deleting that game. I've spent too much money on it. There's Pokemon Masters EX, which I've kind of wavered on here and there, but it's got good summon rates, and I like seeing all of the alternate universe, what-if situations with different characters from different regions. There's My Hero Academia Ultra Impact, which is the second most recent game, and I only keep around because baby's first anime, I have a special connection to My Hero. I know you you deleted it.
I didn't delete it, but I just stopped playing it.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of makes I'm not gonna lie, that makes me a little happy. And then I forgot to mention one more, but it's not really even a game. It's Pokemon Sleep. I log in to feed Snorlax breakfast and dinner because I always fucking forget lunch because I forget to feed myself lunch. And I'm finally getting used to how it operates within my sleep schedule. So, yeah, it's just tiring, dude. When you have more than like 2 mobile games to keep track of, Like sometimes it's more of a hassle to play them than it is to just play a regular console game. Yeah, I wanted to get your opinion on all of these games because I mean, you've been playing Dokkan for a couple years now, and with a lot of the talk for any of the Dokkan battle players out there, apparently community-wide, this recent worldwide download celebration hasn't been received super well.
Because they mad as fuck they don't get the characters.
Yeah, everyone is getting shafted. Everyone's getting shafted. Like it's more, except for David, who pulled like three merged Zamasus
in one pull. Unreal.
Which is ridiculous.
Although I did see someone else who also got 3 Zamasus, but they also got 2 Gohans
in one summon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I feel like the shaft is more prevalent in this celebration than any other. I also feel like there have been a lot of complaints about Vegito's kit. People don't like the fusion conditions, and the actual units animations themselves aren't great. Zamasu people don't have any issue with. I feel like Zamasu is pretty cool. You got the domain feature. We should probably restart the meeting real quick too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll be done in like 10 minutes, I'm sure. Ooh. What the fuck?
Oh, God.
Hello? So, here's what's happening. This thing, Zoom,
Hello.
doesn't want us to have another call, which
Earth
is
to Nick.
ridiculous. And
taking so
kind
long?
of it kind of pisses me off a little bit. Oh, okay. So I can join his meeting. He just can't join mine.
Dumbass in here. What the fuck you taking so long for?
Zoom told me that I could only start another meeting in 9 minutes. So now they've implemented a rule.
God,
They've implemented a rule where if you take 2 calls and you're not upgraded, then you can't do more than 2 calls within like. Yeah, so there's a time limit now. So I was like, hopefully it doesn't work the other way around and David can call me.
Dude, like, what is with these fucking companies just always making their shit worse? They just love to just jam their fucking stupid premium fees down your fucking gullet.
Yeah, I'm never upgrading Zoom. This is the only thing I use Zoom for.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, yeah, speaking of getting shafted, that's why I stopped playing My Hero, because I just got fucking sick of it.
Yeah.
I had like 6,000 gems and like 40 recruit tickets, and I didn't get the fucking character, and I was just done. Like, it takes so long to get gems in that game. It's 500 per multi, and you get 500 like maybe every 2 weeks. And like, I was just, fuck this. Like you said, there's too many games, and this one's got to go first, which really sucks because like I fucking got, both the second anniversary characters, and I'm just like.
For those of you unfamiliar with these kind of games, we did an episode like months and months ago, maybe a year ago, where we talked about mobile games and the games that we were playing. And it was these exact 3 games, Dokkan, Pokemon Masters, and My Hero. They all fall under the category of games known as gacha games, which it's a term popular in Japan, but it essentially refers to those machines that you put 2 quarters in and you get a random toy out of the selection of toys in the capsules. That's what a gacha game is. So you use in-game currency to summon on a banner with a character that just came out, and you have like a 2% chance of pulling that character. And sometimes you get really lucky, like David, pulling 3 of the new character in one multi which has 10 characters. Or you get really unlucky like me, who has done possibly like 50-something multi-summons to get a single new character and still hasn't pulled them yet. And it's just one bad summon in a game could end it all for you. Which, it's the tragic reality of gacha games, but listen, man, if they're not going to put in a decent pity system, or if they're not like give you points to just buy the character if you summon enough, or what have you, or if the game you discover it's not even that fun to play, sometimes that's all it takes. So
yeah,
I will say I saw the data download for My Hero, and the 2 new characters they sort of, one follows the theme of the 2nd anniversary and one is completely different. You have a Momo, a Yayorozu, who is like the celebration Yayorozu. So she's a support character and she's got like the homecoming dress or whatever. And then they have a Bakugo coming in like the black tank top when he fights Deku, and they talk about All for One for the first time, or One for All. Which is like, they haven't put out characters for specific moments in a really long time. And that moment is considered by a lot of people like one of the best My Hero moments. So he's coming out. So I'm not sure if they're celebrating the like 2.5 anniversary late for Global. Or what, but anyway.
Man, bro,
I'm not telling you to get back into it.
Fucking.
Because like yeah.
Masters got so goddamn lucky too. Oh man.
Yeah, because here's the thing about all 3 of those games. All 3 of them have celebrations at the exact same fucking time of the year. Dokkan has worldwide, Pokemon Masters has its anniversary, and Ultra Impact has its like half anniversary. So all 3 of them put out new characters at the same time that were like semi-busted characters. And in all of them, if you don't get the new character in like one game, it sort of feels like even worse.
No, well, especially with Masters, because like they release the trios, and if you don't get all 3 of them, then what's the point, right?
And they all come out within like 2 days of each other.
Yeah, and this is like, I don't know what number this is, but you know, I've gotten the Johtos, I got the Galar birds, and now they drop these Kanto birds. And I had like 64,000 gems. And I was like, dude, if I don't get all 3 of them in these 64,000 gems, I'm done. Right?
Yeah.
Red comes first. I had to use pity points for the 2nd time in this game. So 40,000 gems down the shitter. And then fucking Leaf comes out. That took 5. And I had like 12,000 left. And I was like, all right, Blue.
Just like 4 summons.
All right, Blue. You motherfucker. And this son of a bitch shows up on the 4th summon. The last possible summon I could have done. I had like 700 stones left. I was like, you son of a bitch. I wanted a reason to leave. I wanted a reason.
And the game could sense that. They fucking knew it. They knew that. And they were like, nah, we got you.
Yep, so now I'm back up to like 9,000 gems, so.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anything at like monumentally game breaking coming out soon, but they just introduced some new types and some new like, not only do we have field and sprint types now, where before there only used to be 3, but now we have a new role, which is kind of like you can either be a supporter, an attacker, or like a tech character. But certain characters can have their role upgraded so that their ultimate move also has a dual function. So it's like, I don't know, man. They're all of these games are kind of in a position where they're introducing new shit. Dokkan introduced the domain feature. and My Hero is still just doing whatever it's doing.
Yeah, and I guess we get our part 2 announcements tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to just be an announcement video. It will be at like 8 a.m., so it'll be up by the time we're awake. We're not sure if it's full animations. We're not sure if it's full kits for the new characters. It might be Spirit Sword Trunks and Goku Rose. Well, we know it's Spirit Sword Trunks because they had a teaser photo, but we know nothing else beyond that.